Hi, I'm Keris, and I'm a youth patron at Ambitious About Autism. I'm 19 years old and I'm currently studying a foundation degree in creative arts at Southgate and Barnet College. Earlier this year, I was invited to sit on a working group tasked with developing an autism charter for FE colleges in the UK. Our goal was to set a gold standard for colleges that, if met, would enable an environment where young people with autism can learn and achieve. In this film you will see two case studies. One is of Jack, who is currently not in education. He dropped out of college after the first year when his buddy support was withdrawn due to lack of funding. The other is of Freddie, who is studying at Nescott College. He is doing well and has high hopes for the future.
My name's Nikki Venables. I'm a mum to Jack Venables, who is on the autistic spectrum. It was very difficult to prepare Jack for the end of school. He was introduced to the college, the local college. He had a buddy, and that buddy would meet Jack at the reception area every morning. They would be around for the rest of the day, during classes, always there as a comfort really. Stepping back, but always around. So the buddy system I thought was really, really good. After year one, had the summer break, no problems, prepared Jack for going back to college. The day we went back to college he was fine, dropped him off and heard nothing from the college all day, so I assumed that he was fine. Picked him up at 4 o'clock and he'd thrown his bag all over the reception. He was very, very distressed, very angry. And then I found out that there isn't a buddy system anymore, so Jack was actually left to get on with things on his own, and clearly they knew from the previous year this is something that Jack can't do without help, and he was really distressed. From then on we had to keep going into the college to ask what was going on, and we found out that there wasn't the funding for the buddy system anymore. They apologised to us and said we're really sorry that you weren't informed. Too late then. The damage has been done in one day. The money side of things couldn't have been massive to have given Jack a buddy, and he could have achieved so much more in that second year. Now Jack isn't doing anything. You just don't want that for your child. You don't want your child to be in bed all day and doing absolutely nothing, but it's so frustrating coming up against a brick wall day in, day out. The first year he had that strategy in place and he knew from day to day what he was getting. You can't just take it away and expect him to go back. The future is very scary, especially for Jack. He came and told me that when he starts to think about the future he gets the suicide thoughts, because it's too distressing to think how he's going to get to that independent living when there's nothing there to offer him at the moment.
I'm Freddie Snape. I'm a student here and I do work skills.
Freddie went to Linden Bridge, which is specialist school for autism, which is in this area, and I guess when it came up to the year he was leaving, we were adamant we didn't want Freddie to go to a residential, partly because the distance and partly because Freddie doesn't want to be away from home. Want to have him building relationships, and Nescott has offered a lot in that way.
Nescott actually has a range of strategies to support young people with disabilities. So really it's about meeting the needs of the student, and the support package is put together individually and personalised to that student at whatever level.
In the summer of 2009 I left school and it felt a bit strange, but I was still excited about starting college.
And we were reassured by Lynn that when the students start here they would always have someone with them to help them to the class, and then as they gain their independence the helpers would start to let them be more independent.
We believe, and it is our complete ethos, that every student can do something. It's not about what they can't do, it's about what they can do. And therefore we have to find that kind of little nugget of goodness and actually sort of promote it, really.
For every lesson there's always stuff to who can explain to me what to do if I don't understand something. We talk about being at work and being professional and how to behave professionally, and so that we're very clear about how we should and shouldn't behave when we do have a proper job after college. The best thing about college is being with my friends, having fun with them. That's like my favourite part of the day.
There's been a certain amount of developmental delay, which I think comes with a lot of young people with autism, and he's had a real spurt between the ages of sort of 18 and where other people might not need further education after 19. I think actually young people with autism can learn a lot in those years.
What we have found is that students may come to us at 19 from a special school, and what they've done there is to be in a small environment, and actually to be in the bigger environment, to be able to go to work and to be able to deal with all the challenges that they will face is very difficult. And if we're only getting them at 19, we need to maybe do 2 or 3 years work with them in order to enable them to have the skills to cope with everything that life will throw at them.
College has helped me see what the working world is like the world of being at work and independence, which is very good.
I think personally that students who have disabilities have a huge amount to offer people. Young people with disabilities should not be put on a shelf. It shouldn't be a case of letting them sit at home and sit on the sofa watching the TV or playing with an Xbox. That's no way to live their lives. The first thing that really needs to happen is that we need to have the funding to support learners with disabilities up to the age of 25, so that all colleges can offer courses to those young people. I think the other thing is there has to be a total commitment from colleges and from government to support young people with disabilities, and that's why I believe they should all sign up to the Ambitious About Autism Charter. It's not difficult to do. It actually is about putting the young people first, and that's what we should all be doing.
I am one of the lucky ones. Less than 1 in 4 young people with autism access further education in the UK. Jack and Freddie are very similar. They both have interests and talents. They both want to learn and build a future for themselves. The only difference is that Freddie got lucky. He found a college that understood him and could support his needs. Jack did not.